Yeah, I think maybe for a moment we should talk about our Corona challenge that we
Oh,
did
yeah. How
together
much we could
this
drink
last
on
month.
the oh, that one. Yeah.
Because as we just said, like we were going to be in Africa this past month. That was our original plan with a group of people from the Nomad Cruise, and didn't happen,
Yeah.
as we all know. But I asked you about joining a Corona challenge, and what was your what was your goal for the month?
Well, yeah, you started this a bit before I did, and when we were planning Africa Burn, I was also planning an event I was going to host right afterwards in Mallorca. So every day I was super busy, getting excited, trying to put together the building materials for Africa Burn and talking in our group about, different events to do. And as soon as everything was canceled, I kind of went into a tailspin. And from the 6th of March until the 19th, I got nothing done. I was just in bed all day, awake at night, shuffling around outside, watching Netflix, just being boring and doing nothing.
Which, as we've heard from your stories, you are not a boring person. That is not normal for you by any stretch
Yeah.
of the
I was
imagination.
having a pity party. It was like the fourth time I've tried to go to South Africa. It's always like getting canceled.
Yeah, I was
Like,
like
come
so
on.
excited to go for my first time.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen in the
I hope so.
future.
But so when you suggested this Corona challenge, I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is what I need. I need like outside motivation to do the things I want to get done every day. And in the past, I tried challenges like I'm going to drink coffee, before 8 a.m. or I'm going to do 20 push-ups every day. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go big. I'm going to do as many things as possible and really try to push because I have nothing else to do all day. I might as well, just fill it up with all these challenges. So I have about, I don't know, like 32 things on the list that I try to do every day.
Yeah, I think like we kind of said, like, of course, whatever goal, whatever plan you want to achieve this month, it's up to you. And then I invited you to use Trello with me, which I didn't quite know how we were going to use it when I sent you the invite, but it's great. Like we've been writing what we accomplished like every day in some detail, and I like how when I don't write anything for the day, you email me and you're like, "Where's your entry? Did you accomplish your goal?"
Yeah, I always picture you're at some like fancy party, drinking champagne, having sex with celebrities, and like we're just too busy to update your Trello board.
That's exactly what's happening when I don't every single time.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, she's so irresponsible. I spent Friday night at a friend's house. We were playing the board game Pandemic. And
Ah, very fitting.
I realized it was 3 in the morning, and I was at his place, and I didn't have my computer with my Trello shortcut on it, and I was like, "Uh oh, I didn't post tonight." Like maybe she thinks I'm at a party with a bunch of famous celebrities.
I definitely thought you'd left some lockdown and gone out onto the street somewhere and got distracted.
The challenges are good though. I think a lot of people know that they should improve themselves. They feel ashamed of something that they've done, and they're trying to use this time to be better. I don't know how many people are accomplishing that, but it's good. It's good that we all kind of have this reset period. Like for me, I started writing a book that I've had notes on for 14 years, and I've written 40,000 words since April 1st, so it feels good, like to actually get it on paper and in a proper order. And I've been working out a lot. I went from 20 push-ups up to 100. I bought some of those rubber bands, to use at home, and it's good.
I have to say, like, I've learned the power of having an accountability partner this month, and I'm so grateful to you for that because I've never worked out 5 days a week in my life, and that was my goal was like 20 minutes minimum, 5 days a week, and I have done it. I'm at week 5 now. Like you said, like this reset period has been beneficial in some ways because, for example, I've never been able to run as far as I've run recently because I've just had consistency in one place, and it's been nice to feel that again, I have to say. What are you up to these days, Curtin, with your like so you've had so many jobs. You've only told us about a few, but what is your current thing that you're working on?
Yeah, I've got a few side projects, things like Reinform, where we're fighting misinformation with technology. So we're making chatbots and scrollers to kind of collect uh, fake news and misinformation. And then we're attacking it in different ways. So we're making honeypot articles that kind of trick people. Um, we write what they want to hear, and then they give us their email, and then we say, "Aha, this person loves bullshit news," you know. And we're doing it all over the world. So we're doing it in different languages. That's one project. We've got another project where some of us have land, tracts of land, and they're building eco living spaces. So, kind of environmentally friendly, co living, co working spaces that people can either visit for a day or a weekend, or you can actually buy a plot of land and build your own house there. So, that's fun.
Oh, great. Do you have
Um,
like a website set up for that yet?
yeah, we've got all sorts of that, and it's all this is all in the present, not in the future. So this is all present stuff. But my main job is a company I started after Nomad Cruise 7 with a couple of other cruisers. It's a Dutch company here in the Netherlands. It's called Inkside Out Apparel. We make custom embroidered T-shirts and dress shirts for people with tattoos. We stitch your tattoo on the outside of the shirt. So basically, the image on the shirt matches the one on your skin underneath. So ink side out. Haha.
I love that. How is it going?
It's going well. We actually have a business call in 5 hours from now. Our accountant is in the north of the country, and our investor is in Amsterdam. I'm in Utrecht. So we have calls. We've made the first 4 shirts. We're about to make the next 30, and we need to scale up. We're not going to make enough money until we can scale and do about a couple hundred a month. But it's very exciting. It's amazing to, especially with tattoos, because it's 2 steps, right? Step one, get the tattoo. Step two, get a shirt made. So I've had a tattoo on my chest for a few years, and I remember getting it, and I remember the artist and his girlfriend, and I was in Lebanon, in Beirut, and I remember beach and the bicycles and all that. It was Easter weekend and all that. And then when I got the shirt made, the same image was stitched on the front of the shirt, and you could touch the thread and the nice tight stitching, and you're like, ooh, nice. And and then the shirt had all these paisleys on it, and then you put the shirt on, and the image rests directly over the ink, and it just feels like an extension of the body. It's really cool. Like, it's a really weird experience, but I really enjoyed it. So I can't wait to let this same experience happen to hundreds of people around the world, and especially in Japan. We're going to be huge in Japan. We're going to have a whole Japanese division because, with showing off your tattoos in public being taboo, we really think that these like business shirts, button up collared shirts, long sleeve, with the tattoos on the arms or the back, that's going to be, you know, something else. So we're looking forward to moving to Japan. Excited about that. But it's just really cool. It's cool to put a company together. It's very rewarding.
And it just happened from brainstorming, right? You were brainstorming on the Nomad Cruise 7 with a couple
We
people.
were at a bar in Brazil, and I saw a Scottish guy, and he, one of our friends, he sat down, and he had like a star. He looked like a Sailor Jerry kind of tattoo star, printed on his shoulder on the shirt. And I said to him, like, "Hey, man, you should have a tattoo of a star on your shoulder, and that way your shirt can match the tattoo." And he was like, "Yeah, that'd be cool." And I'm like, "Yeah, it would." And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, "That would be really cool. Like, I should start a company."
Do you have photos of the first couple of shirts on the website?
Oh, I have photos. I could put them on the website. We just got the photos in last week.
It'd be great if you could get those up before this podcast goes live. I'm sure people would love to see it. How at the moment can you order a shirt? How does that process work?
You can just send me an email because every shirt has to be custom.
Yeah, so you have to send photos of all your tattoos.
We'll help you with the photos because some people are really crap at understanding what we need. We can't make an image if we can't see it. So if you have a sleeve tattoo, we need more than one photo so we can see the back of the sleeve. Also, if you want to send photos of your body, feel free. Even if you don't have a tattoo, that's fine. We had a woman who has a tattoo on the side of her breast, and she was like, oh, do you need a picture of my breast? And I was like, only the part with the tattoo on it. like, like, I mean, what? Like we're not gonna say no if you send us a breast photo, but it's not necessary.
I mean, I have a lot of questions about
Yeah.
this business. Are you doing pants? Are you doing tattoos anywhere on the body or
We want to expand into pants and socks and hoodies and hats later, but we want to start out with shirts and be kind of known as the shirt um, tattoo clothing company. Because right now, if we try to go into pants, then it's we got to do how do we stitch over a pocket without going through the pocket, um, and it's different sizes and crotches don't look good. A lot of people have tattoos around their thighs, but their pants are baggier than their skin, right? Their thighs, so they have to stretch the image, and it doesn't come off as cool when it's stitched up in the crotch. A lot of sexy tattoos that women have don't look that sexy on clothing because they have the wrinkles and stuff like that. So it's kind of a work in progress. We're mainly working with tattoo studios. So ideally, we'd want people to go to their favorite tattoo shop and ask their tattoo artist, "Hey, can I get a shirt?" Then the tattoo artist would contact us and say, "We've got a guy who wants a shirt," because we actually pay the tattoo artist a commission. And the more artists that we work with around the world, the more we can spread our marketing fingers, and we don't have to look for customers because the tattoo artist will get the customers for us. So that's the kind of relationship we want to build, and we want to listen to the tattoo artists as well. So if they have a suggestion for us, like, why don't you do it this way? I'm like, oh, good idea.
and the shirt is going to match the colors of the tattoo exactly?
No, it can be whatever you want. So actually, a lot of people don't want an exact match. So, for example, if they have a black tattoo and then a red and green tattoo, they will actually choose a yellow shirt with like purple stitching,
Okay,
for
interesting.
example, or they'll get like a black shirt with gold stitching. And it's like, oh, cool. You could do whatever you want. And some people, they get two shirts. You're like, yeah, I want a red shirt and a black shirt. I'm like, okay, awesome. One short sleeve, one long sleeve. It's pretty fun because if you have a sleeve tattoo, you can get it so that the sleeve continues the image that's seen on your arm. And that's kind of
Oh,
fun.
wow. That sounds amazing. I don't have a tattoo, but I'm getting tempted to get one to make a shirt.
Yeah, Timon said that. Another Dutch photographer from the cruise. Um, he was like really practical. He listened to the story and was like, wow, that sounds like a good idea. He's like, I want to get a tattoo just to get the shirt.
Oh, it's so interesting. I'm really looking forward to following the progress of this and seeing more shirts come out. What is the website exactly?
InsideOutApparel.com.
Okay, insideoutapparel.com. Fantastic. So you're now living in the Netherlands on a business visa. What I know you were trying to get a visa when the corona situation hit.
Yeah. So basically, it's there's a special Dutch American treaty that makes it easier for Americans to do business in the Netherlands and stay for a couple of years. The issue is um, the bank, the local municipality, and the National Immigration Office, uh, oh, and the Chamber of Commerce. The four of those groups don't talk to each other, so they all have their own rules. It's like, we can't give you a stamp unless you have a permit, and I can't get a permit unless I have a bank account, and I can't get a bank account unless I have a stamp. It's like, oh.
Uh,
So I just been going in circles the last 3 months, and the corona has extended this a little bit. But they say, yeah, like, hopefully you'll get your permission in May or June to stay for 2 years. And I'm like, yeah, but by June I will have already been here 6 months, like, illegally. So we'll see. But the funny thing is, right now they can't deport me because my country doesn't allow flights from Europe. So
these are crazy
what are you going to
times.
do with
These
me?
are such crazy times. What are your plans after this? I mean, I know none of us know where we're going and when, but what would you like to do in the future?
Well, I mean, every year I travel someplace new, but that was just kind of not by design. That just happened. This year, I really want to get this business up and running. Like I said, we need to scale up, um, which means we need to hire people under me and then train them. So I need to learn a lot more about the software on the embroidery machine, so I can train other people, and then hopefully we can hire some interns and I can train them up during the summer and the fall. So I may be here quite a while. I was planning on going on Nomad Cruise 12 in November, but that's not going to happen. So I don't know. I'm in the Netherlands until further notice.
Wow. Well, I think it's so great that you have such a amazing project that you're working on there. This business sounds really interesting, and yeah, I'm sure that are you able to make a lot of progress with it while you're stuck at home?
The home thing is no problem. We have a new office in Amsterdam. It's a co-working space. Is that the right word? No, it's a maker space. So it has all these like wood cutting machines and like laser engravers and has stitching machines, and all of the equipment is free as long as you pay rent in one of the offices. So we've been trying to get our office set up, and as soon as we do, then it's open 24/7. So I could go stitch at midnight if I wanted to. Um, and so we had to wait on the company bank account, which needed my tax information for being a foreigner. So that took a while, and that's finally open now. So that's good. But the corona hasn't slowed us down at all because we're an online business. What has been bad is that all the tattoo shops are closed. So we were going to basically work from the tattoo shops, talk to customers as they came in, and talk to the artists, but we haven't been able to do that.
I hope that you can get that going soon, and that we all get back to normal as soon as possible.
Nah, screw normal. Let's do better than that. I don't want to go back.
What is your vision for all of us going forward, Curtin?
Well, like think of it. Like if you were a mom with a job and two kids in school, you would go to work, you come home, kiss your husband, like boring, say hi to your kids, ask them about school. They're playing video games. You take off your shoes, you know, like relax a bit, have dinner, clean up, go to bed, watch Netflix. Like if that's normal for you, then that died earlier this year. You can say goodbye to that life. You can always go back to that. You know how to do that. After Corona, you should take the chance, carve out a new life, you know? Like every day before work, think of one memory from your past, like your sexy teenage years on roller skates, or, kissing on top of a mountain when you were 22 years old. Think of something thrilling from your past. And then at lunch every day, try something new at the office. Listen to a podcast in Spanish, even if you don't speak Spanish, you know, or like put your socks on different socks on, mismatched socks. Like just have a bit of fun with life and get creative and see where your mind naturally goes, because you may have all these problems that you didn't even know about. You weren't even aware of them, But as soon as you let your mind, uh, you give it permission to kind of walk around and explore, it's going to find things and it's going to fix them. It's going to be like, how come you never have date night with your husband? Like, I don't know, we just don't have time for it. All right, we'll make time for it. Like it has to be one spontaneous date every month. Just improve your life. You're in charge. Get things that you want from your life. Send the kids away for a year. I don't know. It'll be like that year in boarding school, and they may learn like how to roll a joint or how to be independent, or maybe they hate it and then they miss you and they spend more time with you when they come back. But I don't know, like, shake it up.
I like what you said earlier about this being a time of reset. I think you're right. We have the chance to completely change our lives if that's what we want to do. You always have that chance. I think people
Yeah,
forget about that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's why my favorite holiday is New Year's Eve, because the day is not special. It's just another day. We're basically celebrating the calendar changing from one day to the next, which happens literally every day. So there's nothing fancy about it, but we put a lot more importance on our responsibility to choose our own life on that one night. Well, you could do that any time, but collectively we decide this is the day for change. I could be a better person. I could be happier. I could be healthier. Like, yes, you always can. And I think Corona is doing this, over a long period of time, not just one night, but it's saying, hey, here's your chance to start over. Here's your chance to quit your job that you've been furloughed or fired or whatever. And like, you can start something else. You can start your own company. You can do what you love. You can do what you like. You don't have to do what you hate. Um, you know, you can get divorced. You can get married. You can whatever. Like, it's up to you. And we have this fascination with giving away our responsibility because it feels nice not to have to make these big decisions. But we don't realize we're letting other people dictate our happiness. So don't rely on a sports team winning a championship for you to feel good. Don't rely on your significant other to make good choices for the both of you. You need to do that. You need to make good choices for yourself. And I hope a lot of people are realizing this during quarantine.
Yeah. I think people are realizing they're capable of a lot more than they ever thought possible by having to make up all this stuff as they go along, day after day. If you had one piece of advice to give people about how to have that courage and start living life like that, if they've never lived like that, how should they start? I mean, it's a big shift.
I mean, I don't want to get sued by Nike, but yeah. I mean, here's a story on how I did it, because I didn't have courage. I wasn't born a courageous person at all. I was a shy, scared little crap in the back of the class. So I was living in Chicago and I had a crap job. It was door to door sales for office supplies in the winter in Chicago, right? It's like February. It's a terrible job. And I was living on my stepbrother's wooden floor. So, not the greatest, most luxurious life. And I had dropped out of school a second time. So I had no bachelor's degree. And I got another spam email. You see a pattern. It said, fly to Hong Kong for $600. Well, I only had about $1,000 and I had this crap job. And I said, you know what? I want to quit my job and I want to fly to Hong Kong for 3 weeks. That's really what I wanted to do. I had never been to Asia and I was super excited, like kung fu movies or tall buildings with lights and, dim sum and I don't know, rickshaws. I had no idea what to expect. But I was scared of quitting my job because, then I wouldn't have any money when I got back. But one thing I told myself was, I'm smart enough not to starve to death. There's not going to be a moment where I run out of ideas and I just shrivel up on the floor. So that gave me the confidence that I wasn't going to die. And I was like, okay, I would rather take a chance on this, but I still didn't have the courage to buy the ticket. So what I did was I went on the website. I set up the ticket, the date, the time. I put in my credit card information, and then I got drunk. I got, I got like a bottle of vodka, and I put on some dance music, and I was just in my socks by myself, dancing in the living room, thinking about Hong Kong. Like, oh yeah, Hong Kong, here we go. And as soon as I had the liquid courage to go ahead and buy a non-refundable ticket, I had to refresh the page, retype in my credit card details, and I hit purchase. And I was like, "Woo, I did it! Woo!" And then I passed out, and I woke up in the morning, and I had forgotten what I'd done. And I checked my email, and it says your confirmation number is, and I was so excited, and I was like, "Hey, I did it! I can't believe I did it!" So I went to work, and I told my boss, "I'm quitting. I'm flying to Hong Kong in like 3 days." And he's like, "You need 2 weeks notice." I was like, "All right, then fire me because I'm leaving in 3 days." And that's what you do. You just do it. Like there isn't a magic way to do it. Just do it somehow. Like do it. How do you do 100 push-ups? You get in the push-up position and you do one push-up, and then eventually you do 99 more. Maybe you feel bad for wasting the money. For someone else, they feel bad for lying to somebody, or, well, I quit my job for no reason, I might as well go. It's different for every person. So just do it somehow. Like get on the plane and fly there. um, if you want to, you know be a better parent, I don't know, just follow your kid around until they get weirded out and slam the door in your face. Like just try something, right? um, Ask them strange questions. Maybe they'll open up to you. Be honest with them. I don't know, but you can't just wait around and read 100 books and hope that somehow you become enlightened. I'm a big believer in empiricism. Like you learn through experience, because there's so much shit going on all the time. It's very hard to get a clear picture of what's happening. But your brain does an amazing job of subconsciously picking up on all these clues and cues in the world. So keep having experiences, keep putting yourself out there, and build up this willpower, right? Like those people that say, do something difficult every day. I hated that because it's like, why not be comfortable and enjoy your life? Why would I want to stress myself out? But it's actually been really wonderful because it turns out you're building up a muscle to do difficult things. And when you really want to do something that turns out to be difficult, you're going to have the power to do it. Whereas the comfortable people are just going to have a pity party. Oh, I wish I could do that. I wish I could be like that. And it's like, well, you could. You could have been.
Thank you so much, Curtin, for sharing all of your stories and all of your wisdom through experience. It's been so interesting to talk with you.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of our conversations are like this. This is just the first recording.
Yeah, we finally hit that button.
Curtin, thanks again for a truly inspiring interview and such an important reminder that we are the ones in control of our lives. And at the end of the day, we are the ones who get to decide what to do next, anytime, anywhere. I really hope you enjoyed Curtin's wit and inspiring approach to life. I especially liked when he said, "Whoever pretends like they know what's happening usually gets to do more things," which is a great way to force yourself into attaining more confidence and trying things you may not have previously felt comfortable doing. Sometimes fake it till you make it really is the best step towards finding that next big thing in life. If you've been feeling stuck during this global pandemic and lacking in motivation, I would also encourage you listeners to find an accountability partner, as I did with Curtin, and set some specific goals that you can track and help achieve together. It is a powerful way to stay on track in these difficult times. Also, if you're interested in getting a shirt to display your tattoo, or getting a tattoo to then display on your shirt, I've put the link to InsideOutApparel.com on the SchoolofTravels.com website, along with the Instagram account with the same name. You can contact Curtin through the site or follow him at GoCurtin on Instagram. Until next time, listeners, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned. Thanks for listening to the School of Travels podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, we'd love for you to subscribe and leave us a rating wherever you get your podcasts. Special thanks to The Sam Chase for allowing us to use their song, In a Perfect World. Don't forget to join us next week for another episode, and remember to always let travel be your teacher.
If you keep your options open, there are places you will go. They will treat you like the kings and queens your parents thought you'd be when you were born. You'd see it all with your head up standing tall, and you'd look back and think it's funny how you spent your time and money in this world, living in this perfect world.